What's up, everyone? Welcome to Behind the Grind TV. Yes, you read that title right, and I completely mean it. What I thought would be as much of a delight as my first playthrough of Dark Souls 2 will unfortunately never come to be. I hate Dark Souls 2, so much so that I quit my playthrough in a fit of rage and never looked back. But why did this happen? This is a game that I just need to turn the mic on and talk about, so strap in and get ready for a pretty bad rant. Before we begin, I want to ask you to please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel with the bell notifications on. On another note, thank you for all the support here on the channel, as without the viewers, I wouldn't be making the content I put so much hard work into. Brand new channel memberships are now live, so you can join my channel members, where you can get access to exclusive emojis, play cool games with me, and even give me personal video ideas. The official Behind the Grind TV Discord server is also live that anyone can join for absolutely free, and special members that are a part of my Ultrafan membership tier can even join the members only channel. Click the link in the description now to join, and let's game on. With all that out of the way, let's talk about this terrible fucking game. Alright, so why do I hate Dark Souls 2? Okay, so back in the day, I used to be a Dark Souls 2 sympathizer whenever I first started playing this game. See, the thing is I played it for the first time while I was on deployment, and for some reason I happened to be the only one in my friend group who actually liked this game. Everybody else around me was telling me how bad this game was, and for some reason I was just blind to this completely obvious truth looking back at it now all these years later. See, the thing is I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that, oh, this game is perfect, this game isn't hard. Actually, my first time in Forest of Fallen Giants all those years back, I had a terrible time. I kept dying over and over again, and I was losing life gems, and I just couldn't really, stick it to the man. It was only until I kept playing the game, and I put in so many hours and just leveled up over and over again, where the game started becoming easy. And that's the thing that I think that people really have to say about Dark Souls 2, is that initially it's super hard, but the game becomes extremely easy later down the line once you level up some more, and the game gets easier the more you go on. See, I think that's bad game design. Look, Dark Souls 1 has the challenge from the start, and the challenge kind of dwindles down the more you play, but you can still get your ass kicked no matter what. In Dark Souls 2, the game is just extremely impossible to play at times. You get overwhelmed by so many enemies, especially in Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, and that's just not fun to me, man. What ended up happening and why I quit this game was I was fighting the Belfry Gargoyles, and I will show this in the video so you guys can see, but I was fighting the Belfry Gargoyles, and during my first playthrough, these guys never gave me trouble in any way, shape, or form, but for some reason this time around, I was trying to fight the Belfry Gargoyles, and the four of them, dude, I kind of had to take a step back and realize after I died so many times that Dark Souls 2's difficulty system completely revolves around the addition of more mobs for players to kill and for more mobs that will attack you. You see, there's no actual difficulty spike, and none of these confrontations are necessarily hard. The thing is there's just way too many enemies on screen at once, right? So Gargoyles, the Bell Gargoyles from Dark Souls 1, perfect boss. I love the Bell Gargoyles from Dark Souls 1. Belfry Gargoyles from Dark Souls 2, it's just the same fight but with four of them, man. Like, where's the fun in that? And even if it wasn't fun and was supposed to be completely a challenge, like, how is this a challenge worth, overcoming, dude? There's just four of them, and you just get smacked all over the place. How are you supposed to fight four mini boss enemies at the same time? Anyways, after getting punched around so much, I finally decided to put down the controller when I was reminded of this stupid mechanic that I just don't understand why this was a good design choice, where you try to go into the fog wall and you don't get iframes. Yep, look at this retarded ass shit. I try to go into this fog wall and I just get beat down by these stupid mobs. And so that was the end of Dark Souls 2, guys. There's no sugarcoating it. I'm not bullshitting you. That's where I put down the controller and I was like, all right, we're done. I'm not doing this. I'm not putting myself through this misery of Dark Souls 2. I've actually been playing Dark Souls 3 ever since I quit this game, and you know, hey, I gotta say it, Dark Souls 3 is just a better game. There's no denying that Dark Souls 2's format is extremely terrible. The difficulty in this game is completely one-dimensional. It's like, hey, here's a lot of enemies. This is why the game's hard. Go fight and go win the game. And you know, I just, from seeing where I quit in the essential timeline of the game itself, I only quit in the Lost Belfry, man. Like, I was towards the beginning of the game, but even then, man, I was just like, no, I'm not gonna put myself through this. So yeah, that's a little story time as to why I quit Dark Souls 2 this time around. I had plans to make this a fully fleshed out review, kind of like Dark Souls 1, and you know, I just don't have the energy in me to play this game right now. I work a full-time job, and I have a lot of other responsibilities outside of work that I have to take care of. You know, I have a girlfriend, and I have a lot of pets, and we have a house, so there's already enough to do with that by itself. And the fact that I have a job now, it's not that it's getting too overwhelming for me to be doing and juggling all these things at the same time. It's just, I'm not going to waste my time on such a miserable experience that is Dark Souls 2 when I can simply just play a better game. And yeah, Dark Souls 3 it is, guys. So with that, sorry to all those Dark Souls 2 fans. It genuinely surprises me now knowing that there are quite a few of you out there. You guys have a pretty well-knit community. Y'all are pretty tight. And look, this isn't me bashing you for liking Dark Souls 2. You like what you like, man. But I hate this fucking game. You will never get me to see the good of it just because the overwhelming bad is enough to take over anything that is good from this game. So all the more power to you. If you like Dark Souls 2, bless you. Also bless this guy who came into my world and dropped all of these items. I am sorry I never pushed forward to actually like beat this game. What ended up happening is that we had the annual Return to Drang Lake event, so this guy popped into my world and just gave me a bunch of bullshit. So thanks, man. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but yeah, Dark Souls 2, man, we're not doing this. Stay tuned for Dark Souls 3 next month. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you so much for watching and for all the support here on the channel. This has been Behind the Grind. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!